As always, gentlemen, it was a pleasure doing business. See that they find their way out.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at the most diabolical depictions of Batman's most foul foe. Performances across film, TV, and games will all be considered.
Great speech, Oswald.
Oh! Hey, my name is not Oswald! It's Penguin!
Number 10, Ted Knight, The Adventures of Batman. Before landing his career-defining role as Ted Baxter on The Mary Tyler Moore Show, Ted Knight regularly worked as a radio announcer and voiceover artist. He most notably worked with Filmation, helping the company secure a license to DC characters.
Now, my sporting birds, stand ready for the big game.
Sure, sounds okay to me.
Sorry, Penguin, the game's been called.
When Filmation produced The Adventures of Batman, Knight lent his voice to multiple characters, including the narrator and Commissioner Gordon. His most memorable contribution was voicing the Penguin, becoming the first actor to portray the villain in animation.
We've got the dynamic duo hooked now, and unless I miss my guess, they will soon pay me a visit.
While the show's animation was admittedly stiff, Knight's puckish performance was full of life, setting a tone for many voice artists who followed. Hanna-Barbera brought Knight back to play the Penguin in the new Scooby-Doo movies, making him the go-to voice for a period.
I'll make them enter. They're about to learn this is not a toll bridge, it's a troll bridge.
Number 9, Wayne Knight, Harley Quinn. From Ted Knight to Wayne Knight in another show featuring The Dark Knight, Wayne Knight has one of the most infectious voices in comedy.
You want the dancers for my nephew's bar mitzvah? Jesus, Harley! Rock bottom came fast since the Joker dumped you.
She dumped him?
While you can sense a bit of Newman and Nedry in his Penguin voice, Knight otherwise escapes into the role, delivering one of his most unrecognizable performances. As is the case with most of the characters in the satirical spin on Batman, Knight's Penguin stands out from his predecessors in a few ways.
Hey, it's gonna take more than a souped-up parasol to keep me from kicking your ass, you fat, flightless bird.
The mouth on her. What better way to become a man
Than touching your umbrella? Woo! Just wait for this!
For starters, he's Jewish and a very involved uncle. He isn't involved for too long, however. Let's just say someone else does the nose-biting here. While his time on the show might have been short-lived, Knight's larger-than-life performance struck the ideal balance between sophisticated and slimy.
Harley, I always thought you were a sidekick, a goon with a name, but I was wrong.
Number 8, Stephen Root, Batman the Brave and the Bold. The Brave and the Bold revisited Batman's campier 60s era, but with an affectionate self-awareness. Every actor understood the assignment, including Stephen Root as the Penguin.
Eat lead, that creep.
It almost sounds like Root is trying to do a British accent, although he isn't fooling anybody. In a way, that's fitting for a character like the Penguin, who tries to present himself as a refined member of high society. In reality, though, the Penguin is nothing but a criminal who's always hatching a scheme.
With one touch of this button, thousands of my umbrella rockets will launch from these tubes on parabolic trajectories over every corner.
It's my fault we're in this mess.
Keeping in tune with the rest of the show, Root has fun in the role without going too over the top. While Root's portrayal harkens back to past versions, he avoids impersonating his predecessors, making the part his own.
Now isn't exactly the best time for reminiscing, Batgirl.
Sorry, death traps make me nostalgic.
Number 7, Robin Lord Taylor, Gotham. Gotham not only explored the rise of a young Bruce Wayne, but many of the villains that Batman will one day face.
Sorry. If you let this hair go frizzy, you will be.
While the show had its highs and lows, Robin Lord Taylor's take on Oswald Cobblepot was the most consistent bright spot. This version of Cobblepot is introduced as a bottom-of-the-barrel criminal who's given the demeaning nickname of, you guessed it, Penguin. Throughout the series, Cobblepot changes the Penguin moniker from a source of ridicule to one of Gotham's most feared names.
I'm the king of Gotham. I'm the king of Gotham!
Climbing the criminal food chain, Oswald proves more cunning than his former bosses or the authorities imagined. Every interpretation of the Penguin has style, but few possess more flair than Taylor. Plus, Paul Rubens returning as the Penguin's father?
You never told me.
Told you what?
That I had a son.
Perfection. Number 6, Nolan North, Batman Arkham series. One of the most prolific voices in gaming, Nolan North is best known for the Uncharted franchise.
Okay, wait. Hey, Nadine. Great to see you again. Okay, mango.
What are you on about?
Oh, it's my safe word.
Are you always this clever?
You'd never guess Nathan Drake was the voice behind the Penguin in the Batman Arkham games. Easter eggs aside, Oswald Cobblepot was absent from Arkham Asylum. His anticipated debut in Arkham City didn't disappoint, thanks to North's cold-blooded performance.
So, Batman, you here for the cops, the Iceman, or me?
A testament to his versatility, North's Penguin could be mistaken for Bob Hoskins with that Cockney accent. North's voice is so gruff that you can practically smell the cigar smoke emanating from the Penguin's grotesque mouth. While physically no match for Batman, this Penguin talks a big game. Also, say what you will about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, but how many actors have voiced Penguin and Superman?
Well, hi there, kids. Welcome to the Hall of Justice. We've opened it up just for you today.
Number 5, Tom Kenny, the Batman. Tom Kenny has voiced the Penguin in TV, games, and even films like Batman vs. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
This is a big score, gentlemen. There's a new player in Gotham.
Yet, his most notable tenure was on the Batman animated series. Kenny's Penguin leans more into the character's animalistic traits, with every laugh sounding like a growl. The Penguin nonetheless puts himself on a pedestal, entering every room as if he owns it with zero shame.
Is that so? Here's my contribution, Jeeves.
Oh dear.
Best teach the help some manners, Brucey.
Although the Cobblepot name has fallen from grace, Oswald refuses to live anything less than the high life, going straight to crime. Kenny's voice here finds a middle ground between whiny and greedy, epitomizing every Nepo baby who thinks they're the center of the universe. At the same time, this Penguin has claws, proving surprisingly formidable in a fight.
Bring it on, rodent boy.
Number 4, Colin Farrell, the Batman. Of all the actors who have played the Penguin in live action, Colin Farrell perhaps went through the most drastic transformation.
Whoa! Take it easy, sweetheart. You looking for me?
We picture the Penguin as someone short, stout, and not Irish. Farrell is none of the above, but any traces of the actor are lost behind the Oscar-nominated makeup effects. Beyond the physical aspects, Farrell creates a Penguin who's menacing, humorous, and a ton of fun to watch.
Tell you one thing. Whoever she is, she's one hot chick. Why don't you ask Mitchell's wife? Maybe she knows. What, too soon?
When we're introduced to Oswald, he isn't starting from ground zero, but he hasn't achieved Kingpin status. Despite his distinct appearance, nobody pays much attention to Cobblepot. Like Fredo Corleone, he poses a greater threat than many assume. This Penguin is just getting started, with his ascension taking center stage in an HBO limited series.
The city is meant to be yours, sweetheart. What are you gonna do to get it?
Number 3, Burgess Meredith, Batman. Other than Mickey in the Rocky movies, the Penguin may be Burgess Meredith's most iconic role.
Who is that guy anyway? That's what I'd like to know. I've seen him someplace before.
Being the first actor to play the comic book villain, many still view Meredith as the definitive Penguin. Sure, there have been more intimidating versions, but few brought more class to the top hat, monocle, and cigarette holder. Speaking of which, the smoke made it difficult for Meredith to get through takes without coughing.
Plug in the Penguin magnet, And wait till I give it the signal.
To cover the coughs, he conceived a quack sound, which became a staple for his interpretation. Meredith acknowledged that he sounded more like a duck, but the writers grasped onto it, and children often asked him to quack in public. A favorite of the show's creators and viewers, 60s Batman wouldn't be the same without him.
Good! Once and for all, I'll settle matters with that masked moron.
Number 2, Danny DeVito, Batman Returns. As far as live-action casting goes, Danny DeVito already had most of the attributes we look for in the Penguin.
Hard as it may seem, Max, you and I have something in common. We're both perceived as monsters.
Tim Burton could have just dressed him in a tuxedo and called it a day. The filmmakers went the extra mile though, turning DeVito into the most vicious Penguin we've seen yet.
All I want in return is a chance to find my mom and dad. A chance to find out who they are.
This Oswald Cobblepot is truly more animal than man, being abandoned by his parents and raised by penguins in Gotham sewers. This is the kind of madness you just have to give into, and DeVito fully commits. He's funny, frightening, and occasionally sympathetic, although even his minions begin to question his biblical methods of revenge.
These are the names of the firstborn sons of Gotham City, just like I was. And like me, a terrible fate waits for them.
In what's arguably the most twisted Batman film, DeVito took the depravity up to 11. Happy Meals be damned. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Minnie Driver, Batman Cape Crusader. This penguin is a mother who won't hesitate to crack her own eggs.
But I'll tell you what made tonight truly unforgettable. It was learning that one of my sweet, precious little angels sold me out.
Wait, what? No, Mama, we never.
John Vincent, the Lego Batman movie. One of the film's editors is also Lego Penguin.
Everybody, run!
William Salyers, Various. The voice of Rigby becomes a regal bird.
The unmasking of the dynamic duo, Batman and Robin. Oh, rapturous day.
Steve Bloom, Various. Voicing Lego Penguin and Bane, Bloom is no stranger to Bat Baddies.
It's the dynamic Thunder.
Dana Snyder, Justice League Action. And we thought Master Shake was cold.
Two-Face took the cash, $500,000. No one makes a patsy out of Penguin, unless they like the view from a pair of cement boots.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Paul Williams, DC Animated Universe. Yes, we know that Luke Skywalker voices the Joker, but can we talk about how the guy who co-wrote Rainbow Connection is the Penguin?
Batman! Get that cape on, Crusader!
Known for his music background, Paul Williams seemed like an odd choice to voice a character who's better at squawking than singing. Yet, Williams hit all the right notes with a mix of empathy, gentlemanly charm, and something fiendish underneath. The DCAU's Penguin is portrayed as a cultivated criminal who wants acceptance.
Aviary of what?
Yeesh, Pengers, how corny can you get?
Fa! Just because you mundane miscreants have no drama in your souls.
Between society's natural cruelty and his own worst instincts, though, he struggles to be an outstanding bird. Even upon going quote-unquote legit, he's still a crook. Although David Ogden Stiers took over the role in Mystery of the Batwoman, Williams' voice has become inseparable from the Penguin.
I'll clip your wings, you flying rodent.
Which Penguin do you think soared the highest? Let us know in the comments down below.
Oswald Cobblepot.
I prefer the Penguin.
You have my belt, bird brain.
My. He said you were an obnoxious little brat.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.